Good morning, everyone. I am Jamie with Three Little Goats Homestead, and today is a very exciting day. We have a road trip. It wasn't exactly a planned road trip, but nonetheless, we have a road trip because we've got to go pick up something. So, let's get ready.
Trouble inside, beating hearts don't lie. An empty page, a story to write. I'm in love, you're divine, and it's all in our signs. We're going away, get your bag, check the tag, decision is made, lock your door, need no...
Alright, so car's all packed up. We've got about a 3-hour drive to get to where we're going. We're actually going to Missouri today. So, let's get on the road.
I'm not alone in this air. A journey for life, I'm alive. No.
Alright. Lighting is horrible, but we're almost home, and I figured I might as well show you what we went and picked up before we got home, because as soon as we get home the kids are going to be out the door and I won't see it for a while because they're going to kidnap it. So meet little love bug. Now obviously when we get home and get situated I'll give you more information about her, but I just wanted to give a brief introduction before we got home and everything goes crazy. So I think we may go home, get settled, eat dinner, take a nap. So maybe tomorrow is when we'll really introduce you, but for you guys it'll be just a quick transition because I haven't drove all day and I'm tired, so I can only imagine that the driver is pretty tired.
I'm alright.
You're alright. So we'll get situated tonight and we'll see you guys in the morning. Y'all, so it is the next day. I didn't film anything yesterday after we got Love, and that is because it was a very, very, very long day. We ended up being on the road for, what, about 12 hours yesterday? Because we decided we were going to pick up that. More on that later, though. That was an adventure all in its own. So, even though I told myself last fall, no more bottle babies in the colder months, I couldn't help it. I mean, she's adorable. So, let's get morning chores done and we'll talk a little bit more about Love.
There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day today and not tomorrow. There's no time to borrow today. Well, something's gotta give today. It's a good day today. It's a good day today. It's a good day to live.
Alright, so it's a little bit later in the day. I'm finally clean. We had some errands that we had to run this morning to get for the trailer to hopefully get that up and running this week because we're kind of on a crunch with that. In about a week we're going to an animal auction because there's going to be a Dexter cow there that I really want. So we're trying to get the trailer set up and ready to go for that. But more on the trailer later. Right now, we're focusing on Love. Now, I told myself last winter I was not going to get any more bottle babies in the colder months. It's just too difficult. I tend to keep them inside longer because it is colder out. And so I didn't want to have to deal with the hassle of getting another bottle baby. And I almost stuck to that plan until I saw her. Now, if you've ever had bottle babies, you know they are a ton of work. And like I said, I had no desire to do it, especially in the wintertime when it gets dark early. But she was kind of meant to be, simply because of how we ended up getting her. Now, last year when we were starting our herd back from scratch, I had come across a little bottle baby that was absolutely adorable. It came from great lines. It had just everything a girl could wish for in a goat. Amazing moon spots, and it had a heart on its side as well. And I wanted this goat badly. Now, the problem was the woman that had her needed her to be picked up by that weekend, and that just wasn't going to be feasible for us. Careful. We hadn't even started building out our barn at that point. There was no way I could get a bottle baby and have absolutely nowhere to put it. So I had to pass on her, which it just completely broke my heart. Now, jump forward a year from now, I come across Love. And she looks almost identical to the goat I had to pass on. It didn't really even register in my head. I just knew I had to have her because of the goat I had missed out on last year. Well, it actually turns out that Love is the half-sister to that doeling that I missed out on last year. They have the same dam, but they have different sires. So it really kind of was meant to be. Even though I had to pass on that beautiful doeling last year, I ended up with Love this year. You know, it's not feeding time. You just had a bottle. So yeah, now I have one more bottle baby. I'm not getting any more the rest of the year. I'll see what we have when we kid next year and decide if I'm going to keep any from any of my does. But I'm not buying any more bottle babies this year. You got it? You understand? No more bottle babies. You're the last one this year. I say this year because there's always next year. So yeah, yesterday was very stressful. Our day started at 8 a.m. We were on the road and we had to go and pick up Love all the way in Branson, Missouri, which is about a 3-hour drive from us, going northwest. And then on the way home, I was scrolling through Facebook Marketplace while Jesse was driving, because what else am I supposed to do? And I came across a horse trailer for a super good price that I couldn't pass up. Now, I've been trying to find a horse trailer for the last few weeks, simply because we have cows now, and so we needed some way to transport them, and I really want to get a cow at the auction that's coming up. So I needed a way to transport her if I ended up winning her. Every time I have seen a horse trailer this particular size and around this price range, it's been snapped up super fast. Like usually within an hour of me seeing it and responding to it, they've already sold. So I knew I had to jump on this trailer really, really quickly. Now, I didn't take my camera with me because it was supposed to be an easy trip. We would get back from Branson, drop off Love, eat dinner, and then head down to Newport, Arkansas, which is about an hour, 15 hour, 20 minutes southeast-ish of us. And it was only supposed to be about a 3-hour trip. Pick it up, come home, end of it, work on it when we could. Now, we knew that the trailer was missing one tire, and we were fine with that. We were prepared to take off the other tire on that axle. That way it was equal on both sides, and just tow it home from that, being very careful. Well, that didn't go as planned. The previous owner sent me a message saying that he had found a spare tire on one of his other trailers, and he was going to throw it on there, fill it up for us. That way we had all 4 tires ready to go when we got there to pick it up, which was great. I was like, awesome. I don't need to buy tires anymore. I've got all 4. The problem with that, though, was that spare tire that he had put on was way too small for the trailer, and we got about a mile down the road before it popped. Thankfully, we were only about 8 or 9 minutes away from an O'Reilly's auto parts store, and we needed to stop there anyway because the trailer had no lights. So we had to get some magnetic lights to mount to it temporarily so we could get it home because it was getting dark. So we literally had to drive about 10 miles per hour down the road to the O'Reilly's because that tire started sparking and it was getting hot and smoky, and I swear was going to catch on fire because that was just the way our luck was going yesterday. So thankfully we were able to make it to the O'Reillys, and we got a 4-way to get the other tire off the other axle. That way they were at least on equal axles. And then Jesse ended up using his tie downs that he had in the truck to kind of lift up those front axles. That way they weren't so close to the ground, and we were able to finally get it home last night around 9:30 at night. So yesterday was a very long day. So it wouldn't have been so bad, but if you are not from Arkansas or you've never been through Arkansas, we're about an hour and a half away from, that's Jesse working on the trailer. Hopefully that's a good sign. But if you've never been to Arkansas, we're about an hour and a half from the nearest freeway, which means a lot of the driving in our area is back roads. And back roads here are not lit. They're very, very rarely even marked really well. So they are very dark and they are very windy roads. Add to the fact that I am night blind. I had PRK eye surgery about 17 years ago. It lasted about 10 years, but ever since I had that surgery, my night vision is shot. So it was a very stressful drive home last night. And I think the whole reason all of this happened was because I didn't bring my camera with me, because I thought, let's go pick up a trailer. It's going to be uneventful. We'll grab it, come home, and be done with it. Boy, was I wrong. So the first thing that we did today was take it up to figure out what size tires it needed, because all of the tires it came with, none of them were the same size. So we had to go and figure that out. So now Jesse is over there working, putting on brand new tires. So the plan for right now for the trailer is just to get it roadworthy. Get new tires on it, get the lighting all wired up so we can actually legally drive it on the road. You got a tire on already? How's it going?
It's going.
Yay, tires. What else do we plan on doing with this thing?
Lights.
No, we got to do lights. We also plan on probably just trying to
make a project.
just clean it up, maybe repaint it eventually. Okay. But other than that, I think that's pretty much all we're going to do with it. We're only going to use it probably twice a year, if that, but it's still good to have it on hand. So that'll probably be a future video, cleaning this, I wouldn't say hunk of junk. She's actually in pretty good shape. She's pretty solid, so that'll be a whole video on its own. Refurbishing is what I'm saying. Getting her up to her former glory, making her pretty again. So if you are interested in seeing some of that, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And if you like this video and you love our new little tiny baby goat, be sure to, if you love, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.
This is as good a day as any.